Welcome to my channel. This is Brianna Sky. If you're wanting to see how I got this look, just keep watching. I'm going to start with the Halo Glow Liquid Filter from e.l.f. As you can tell, that is not my shade, but it's the only one I could find because everywhere else they are out. But it's supposed to give you a glow. Biggest applicator ever. So we're going to put it on just to have a nice glow under our skin. Put it everywhere. See, look, orange. But it's going under our foundation, so I should be good to go. Use a brush to blend. I think I am blended all the way. As you can tell, it kind of gives me an orangey tone. That's okay, because we just want the glow. That's all that matters. So since we already have this on now, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes. So I'm going to use some e.l.f. concealer and just put it on my eyelids to prime them before I do my eyeshadow. So now I'm just going to take my beauty blender and blend that in. Alright, so now I'm good and blended. Now I'm going to use just a little bit of Coty Airspun to kind of set my eyes before I go in with eyeshadow. So I'm just going to use my powder brush. Just set that entire eye. Okay, now we're set. Now I will go in with a new eyeshadow palette today that we're going to be using. It's not really new, but it's newer compared to what I've been using. This is what the shades look like. Pretty good to use. So this one's going to be like our base color, and then we have some shimmers, and then we have a transitional shade and a darker shade that's matte. So we'll use this one to start, then that to darken it up, and then I'll pick a shimmer. So to start, for all over the lid, just gonna use my little beauty control brush, go into that light shade and go all over the lid again, just like we did with the powder, just to make sure it is set really nicely, give us a nice base color. Alright, now for the transition shade, just a fluffy brush where we can just fluff it all around. Start at the outer and go all around. Just fluff it out. And just do that until you reach the color that you want of it. Okay, now I have the transition shade. Now for the darker, I'm gonna use the same brush just to start darkening up the outside. As you can see, it's darker. And then we're just gonna fluff that in as well. Now that they are both somewhat similar, I think they're both as close as I'm gonna get, I'm gonna add a shimmer. And I think to kind of make my eye pop more, I'm gonna use this lightest shimmer. Go in. Now, because I don't want it so not blended, I'm gonna just take whatever's left over on the brush I use and fluff it together. so it's more blended together. Since this is a wedding look and I want some kind of eyeliner, I'm just gonna use a powder. I'm gonna use the same dark, a thin brush. Just to where you can kind of get it on the edge. And then I'm gonna take it on just the edge. I'll zoom you in so you can see. Alright, now I have both eyes done with that. That's how we're looking right now. If you want to put it on the bottom too, you can. I just don't like that much darkness on my eyes. So now to finish up the eyes, we're going to go ahead and use eyelash curler and do our eyelashes. And I'm going to be giving this Sky High Maybelline Lash Sensational another try. Lashes are done. Now I'll go ahead and start on my base. I'm using Fenty Beauty, the Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear. I'm shade 200. I'm going to use just a damp beauty blender. As you can see, I still have that glow from the e.l.f. Halo Liquid. Looking a little bit more put together. And I'm going to add just a dash concealer under my eyes. Beauty blender again. I'm going to be going into my favorite, as always, the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer and then the e.l.f. Putty Blush. Using a more dense packed brush since it is a putty. And starting at the back and coming forwards. Same on the other side. And then rub. I'm also going to add it to my forehead. Pull my hair back. Just kind of go around, dabbing it and bringing it down to meet the other. And then using whatever's excess on my nose. Make sure when you're doing it, if you just have a nose like mine where you don't really contour it, you just bring it all the way up. And then across. There you go. Now I'll go in with the Putty Blush in shade, where's the shade? Tahiti. As you can see, my bronzer's kind of mixed in with it because I just used the same brush. That's the color. So I'm also going to start at the top and come down. and then fluff it around the skin to kind of create that more. I naturally have rosacea. Go back in. I will go in with a highlight, which I got a new glow by Anastasia, and I'll go in with the lighter shade called Summer, even though it is not summer. And then lightly drag it, because this can create a big glow. And depending on how much glow you actually want, depend on if you want to go back in for more or brush it a little harder. I want more of a natural glow because this is a wedding look, so we don't want anything harsh. Now, if you do want a little more glow in your inner corner, you can use the same highlight that you use. Go in with a smaller brush, if you can see that, and put it on the inner corners. So then you can have more of a glow. There you go. And if you did want to put the eyeliner on the bottom, I would do it now or before you do concealer, so that way it won't get all over your face and you can clean it up. But I will be going in with my brows, and I'll use the Milani Soft Brown shade 1 brow brush. Has the angled in for carving and then to fluff. So I'll just dab in and do hair-like strokes up. Up there, and then along the rest of the brow. My eyebrows are 2 different shapes. We're just gonna overlook that. To clean them up, I always just take the beauty blender I've been using and just dab it on there to kind of neutralize the color to where they're not so crazily pigmented. Where they look more like my natural color, which my hair is wet, so it wouldn't match up until now. And then fluff them again. And there we go for brows. And now I'll do lower mascara. Again, I like to wipe off the excess and then go in. Now I'm just going to use Coty Airspun again and set my face. You could have set it earlier, it just depends on your preferences. But I like to set mine after I've done everything. That way I don't have too much powder on my face. I'm setting the areas where I usually would get kind of oily. And then now, just to make sure I have better, because if you can't tell, I just got powder right there. I'll go in with a bronzer and blush palette and just kind of touch up everything with a fluffy brush. And yes, I will make sure my makeup matches my neck. I just didn't today. And then a fluffy blush. Got a lot on there. Now with this, I will start at the top and go up. And again, go up. And to make sure the blush isn't overpowering the bronzer, I'll just use it again to kind of mix them together. And then if I need it, I'll touch up with the highlight again right there and just put more on. Face is done. As you can tell, I fixed that spot. Got a little bit more put together. Now I will do lips. I had Laneige Peppermint Sleeping Mask on before I did my makeup, so that way I wouldn't get so much product on my lips. Now I'll just use a paper towel to wipe, just to make sure there's no more product. Now I'm going to be using the Half Magic Sculpting 2-in-1 Lip Liner. I'll be using the darker shade Hot Potato and Lime. I've lined my lips just to kind of create a dimension. I'm going to line it farther in. The lips lined. And now I'll use the Half Magic lip in Mr. Cheeky Pants. This is called a Mouth Cloud. It's the applicator. Swipe it all over. Rub them together really good so you really can't see the liner too much. Now, it's a little nude for my taste for a wedding, so I like to add my dirty looking Rare Beauty in shade Empathy. This is the color. Still kind of a neutrally pink tone, but it adds the right amount of color that I want for my wedding makeup. So now this is the final look. Of course my hair won't look like this. I do want to updo for my wedding, but this is basically what I'll probably end up doing makeup wise because it's what I like the best. Getting married in January, it's kind of a wintry, but I don't want so much dark, like that's gold with brown and a darker brown. It's not like a black and white, silver, what is it called? Smoky eye. yes, that's the end of that. I hope you enjoyed watching, and hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos like this. I'll be continue trying different things, different palettes, different colors on my eyes, just to see like what I want to do for sure for my wedding. Right now this is my favorite out of what I've done, but it may end up changing getting closer to time. It's only mid-October, so who knows. I like to change my mind a lot, but look forward to more of these videos.